Yet the experience and gold advantage is in the favor of Loaded. Cap, explain this one to me, sir.
Oh, it's just a basic, this is just a Loaded 101. I mean, even if they lose the early game, they always come back in the CS. They might lose hero kills, but at the bottom, Forsaken Archer taking a lot of damage. The shield goes off from a curse, saving him. He's going to be just fine. Hellbringer, that dot being completely canceled along with a lot of future damage. So, good job by him. That was a great play. They're just kind of like looking around, waiting for those heroes, but they're sticking close to the tower, so they should be fine. But basically, just Loaded, always such great farmers, and you see this. This is actually a very common strategy. Deny in middle, good job by him. But a very common strategy for Loaded is that they run the Soul Reaper with another babysitter, and they just stay in lane until until Soul Reaper gets around level 5, and then you'll see that babysitter go to other lanes, because by then whoever plays Soul Reaper, this time it's Dodo, but whoever plays it usually is very, very good at CSing. Middle, actually, a lot of action going down. Polywog doing a bit of damage to Soul Stealer. Soul Stealer is just going to back out here. He's not going to try and fight that.
He's
Teleport's
turn
coming
this.
in.
I bet he's going to turn
Archer,
it.
yep.
Oh.
Forsaken Archer coming in, trying to throw the dot. It does hit, and they're going to finish up with nukes, and Yoda goes down. There he goes, completely overextending himself. Transcendent, good job by Forsaken Archer teleporting in, being able to save him, but unfortunately that leaves a Curse solo in his lane, and Loaded knows this, so they're going to dive on him. Unfortunately, he is not level 6 yet. He throws the shield, but it's still taking a lot of damage. He's going to get Soul Reapered, and there he goes. He tried to deny himself. That was a great play, but unfortunately it just did not go off. So great play by Loaded, knowing that the moment they saw Forsaken Archer in middle, they knew they could dive on a Curse, and it was a really great play.
Definitely. Curse actually threw his shield on just a little too soon. It would have removed the dot if he had waited for Hellbringer to dot him. He just threw the shield on trying to get as much preventative damage in, but if he would have just waited, he would have been a lot better off there. We do see the farm build coming out here by Dota, which is 1 into Aura, Max Judgment as soon as possible, but get Inhuman Nature. Oh, actually, Action Top. I'm sorry, I missed that. Dsham Pestilence picking up a kill on Glacius. Or, I'm sorry, Dsham Predator. I don't know why I keep calling him Pestilence. Predator leaping in on Pestilence after that. And action again on bottom. Polly coming in with a kill, it looked like. I didn't quite see, yes, on a Hungry Moose. So, and just like that, Transcendence, who had a 4-1 lead, now losing 4 heroes, or was it maybe 4-2, losing 3 heroes, is actually down 4 hero kills to 5. FA coming in doing some work. Soulstealer throwing an ult out. Transcendence, they are picking off Yoda down here. So, pretty action-packed game. Good ports coming in by FA and Soulstealer. They both ported in, right? I was kind of looking all over the map. Action in 2 different places at once. Did you catch what happened on bottom, Cap?
At bottom, it looks like I didn't actually see it. I was actually focusing on top, but it looks like he just placed down wards as a 3-man gank. But I gotta say, again, Loaded kind of overextending themselves, doing that little dive there, and then just teleports in, just completely, absolutely wreck them, and just completely turn that gank around. Great job by Transcendence all around. They're teleporting around the map. They have had really good communication so far. You could say every single time a gank is about to happen, they instantly call it. You see teleports in, and it's really turned around this game for them very well. They've been able to keep up against this Loaded team. Unfortunately, the main thing that is suffering because of it is their actual farm. They are actually behind. It's not too much, but still 2,500 experience and almost 2,500 gold. And this early in the game, it is a little bit amount, and you're probably going to see it only getting worse as Loaded being one of those teams that could just farm. You're going to see Soul Reaper getting very, very buff very, very quickly, and then they're going to come in the mid to late game, and just absolutely wreck things. But actually, action on top, no, actually they're going to be just fine. They're going to back out, but man, at that top lane, that was just an incredible, that last little team fight, that Predator did so much damage. Actually, action on bottom, Hellbringer ulti going down. They're going on Forsaken Archer, doing a lot of damage. For a Curse just healing him as much as possible, but is it going to be enough? Wards go out, a little bit more damage, and it does. Wards barely pick up the kill. Nice play by Yoda, knowing it just wasn't going to be enough, and threw down the wards, and they are going to take the tower. So not only a kill, but also a tower. Great play by them. Loaded just move it around as a group as much as possible. Doing a really nice job ganking. Even though the team fights haven't necessarily gone their way, they've been counter ganked a couple times. Soul Reaper and Predator are also the 2 main heroes there who are just getting a lot of farm. Polywog Priest himself also has a bit of farm, but, you know, he's been going around trying to do a little bit of ganking, a little bit of tower, but action on top, Predator going in, going on that Glacier is doing a lot of damage. Soulsteel actually popping his ulti, did a ton of damage, but nice little magic buff by Predator. You see Soul Reaper throwing his ulti, almost killing Soul, there it goes, Pestilence goes down, Forsaken Archer, Soul Reaper staying to fight, trying to take down this Soul Reaper, doesn't nuke, is it going to be enough? One little hit, is it going to be enough? He does take down Soul Stealer, he's trying to get away now, he's going to be just fine with phase boots, so great play by Dodo, 2v1, and stays and knows that he can take down that Soul Stealer, great play by him, barely picking up that kill.
Yeah, unbelievable. You know, I love watching Soul Reapers that really understand how to play the game. I feel a lot of players play Soul Reaper in an improper way. Some people can argue this. That's fine. I really don't care. Soul Reaper, Inhuman Nature, level 4 by level 10. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And as you'll see, he sits there and he farms as often as he wants, non-stop, infinitely. Why? He always has mana. And Pestilence actually coming in, trying to do some work on Soul Reaper. He's going to be fine, though. DSham heal bomb coming out, and Radio Man, what are you doing, sir? I'm sorry, but that... Alright, so, Soul Reaper, as you see, he always has mana, and as long as he always has mana, he always keeps himself healed. And he can farm infinitely, just farm and farm and farm and farm. And this basically allows you to explode through the mid and late game with unbelievable items. We're going to see... probably close to a 17 8-minute nullstone here. That's actually a Lincoln Spear for those of you Dota players tuning in today. Polly dropping some wards on top. Glacius only level 5. You know, that's so painful. That's... Ugh. Sorry, it pains me to see when your support gets really underleveled. That's a pretty good sign that things are not necessarily going your way. The hero kills may be 8 to 10, but if we look at that XP and gold difference, as you said, Cap, it's just counting to 6 is hard, Angel. Some of us can't do it, all right? But you know, Glacius, he's just completely out of this game right now, and even his aura is not maxed. That's the worst part. You know, Glacius at least needs to be 7, giving his team all the mana that he could possibly need, but it's just so brutal. And here we go, Soul Reaper coming in here. He actually decides to go straight for the Void Talisman. Understandable. They have a lot of physical attack damage on this team between FA, his skeletons, Pestilence throwing out the auto attack with the armor debuff. Pestilence coming back in here. He's going to armor debuff Hellbringer, who takes a lot of damage. Shield coming out. Soul Reaper blinking, hitting the old Malphus going down. Glacius trying to get a stun on DSham. FA's ult going off, doing lots of work. Polly coming in a little late, but that's alright. Glacius going to be taken out easily. Predator, I don't know. No, he did not have Magic Immune. I was wondering why wasn't there. And why is he so fast? Does he have a haste rune? Yes, I think he does. That kid is crazy. He leaps in on that Accursed, and Accursed going to go ahead and shield himself. Predator taking a lot of damage from the tower, but it's not going to matter between the heals of Soul Reaper and Demented Shaman. You know, Void Talisman, I'm not a huge fan of it on Soul Reaper, but I could definitely understand in this situation why he got it. But Cap, what are your thoughts on that item pickup?
I'm sorry, I was actually distracted for a moment there. What item pickup are we talking about?
The Void Talisman on Soul Reaper. Normally I'm not a fan, but I actually do think in this situation it was a good call. What are your thoughts on it?
I actually have to agree. I think it's a really great call. When you're going up against Pestilence, it's really nice to have that. Pestilence actually going in, getting a stun on Predator, just doing enough delay for the rest of his team to come in, but he's going to pay for it going down. Predator, though, possibly going to go down here, just barely living, but there goes Forsaken Archer Volley, picking up the kill. So nice little Radio Man going in, getting a stun so the rest of his team can follow up. So a 1-for-1 trade. Pestilence for Predator, you know, Predator definitely being the more farmed hero. Definitely, you know, an advantage to Transcendence there, giving that 1-for-1 trade. Definitely worth it, though. The tower going down was not worth it. Loaded picking up a lot of gold now. Their experience in gold gap is just going higher and higher and higher. But I gotta agree. The Void Talisman, you know, once he picked up that ultimate orb, I think that was really important for him to pick that up. Just, you know, enough to survive through nukes and be able to live long enough so he can keep healing himself. That was really, really important. But then picking up that Void Talisman, I think that's a great idea. I mean, you got so much physical damage that you're talking about, especially with a Pestilence physical armor debuff. It's really, really important for him to be able to live longer through those team fights with Void Talisman. So I think it was a great pickup by him. I think it was a really smart play.
Yeah, the way it's mostly going to work out in these team fights. Good creep pull there by Soul Reaper on top. I mean, watch this. He just nukes and he gets all of his mana back, and any damage he takes is completely negated because he's heal bombing. So for those of you, you know, take a look at this Soul Reaper. This is exactly how to play a Soul Reaper. He's doing it really well. Steeler here on bottom. No, they're not going to go on him. We have 4 players for loaded incoming on bottom. But yeah, I mean, I really like to see the way this is turning out for the Soul Reaper.